Hi guys, this is Rusty 78609, fellow humans, fellow earthlings, fellow Milky Way people. Anyway, it is Sunday morning, it is Father's Day 2018, and I'm on my way to a big grocery store to do my walking, and I'm hoping this video is not too shaky. But anyway, what I wanted to touch on, since it is Father's Day, I got my annual text. You know what I mean? You guys that are fathers and mothers, you know what I mean. Text, how personal. I just get chills thinking about it. Anyway, but you know, it's adapt or die. You know what I mean? Get on, get off, or get the hell out of the way, because change is here. That's a way to communicate now. So, you know, that was about as personal as it gets. Get out of here. Anyway, but I thought about it. When I grew up in South Texas on a farm, you know, we didn't even have a telephone till I was probably, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 years old, and that, right? Maybe later, I don't remember. Then when we finally got one, it was an 8-party line. You know what I mean? You older guys know what I'm talking about. But anyway, you know, now you get text. But I just bet you back then, some of the old timers were saying, you know, don't call me on the phone. Come over here to the house and we'll talk. You know what I mean? But and it was a change. Instead of walking over and talking to somebody, because that's pretty much the only way you had to communicate, you now could call them on the phone and chat with them. And I'm sure a lot of old timers back then said, well, you know, if you want to talk to me, get over here and we'll talk on the front porch. So it's just a change, and that's the way it is. You know, get out, you know, get on it or get out of the way. I'm trying to get my camera decent, and I can't hardly see it from this side. Got a little mist here, believe it or not. I'll clean the windshield in just a minute because it's going to mist a little bit. It's just one of those early morning little clouds. You know, you get not much moisture in it, but just enough to get some liquid on your windshield and clean it. But anyway, that was about what I was going to talk about. It was just how things change as you get older. And, you know, this time I'm on the old side of the coin. You know, back when I was the young Turk that was making the phone calls and never thought a thing about it. And, you know, then I remember, of course, you know, we went to answering machines, and my mother would not have one. My sister... And I can't remember, one of my sisters, or we went together, I think, and we all chipped in and got my mother an answering machine. And at Christmas, she opened that box and looked at that. She said, I don't need this. That's the way my mother was, you know. And, you know, of course, we agreed she could take it back. She didn't like it, so she taking it back. Get her a dress or something. I don't know what she did. But, you know, you know, you can be a hard-headed old timer, and life will be a little difficult, or you can be a soft-headed old timer and go with the flow. I'm going with the flow. Okay, I'm trying to learn. I'm not technologically blind. I mean, I do know a few things. Okay. I mean, I use my credit card to buy stuff. How about that? I use my credit card at the gas pumps. Ta-da! You know, my mother wouldn't go to a gas station that they didn't pump the gas. She paid a premium for that too. She sure did. She paid about 15 cents more a gallon because she wouldn't go to one of those that had the cards. She wouldn't. And she never had a debit card. I think she may have had a credit card. I'm not sure. But well, up until a few years ago, quote, one of my sisters, I won't mention her name, used a still wrote checks. You know what I mean? And a lot of people still do. Not a lot, but a few still write checks. But you know, they just haven't quite made the cut. You know what I mean? 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 So, but yeah, you got to adapt, and so I feel pretty good about. You know, I got a text anyway. It's better than nothing. You know what I mean? Say it again. So we're on Park Road 4, we're on 2342. There's a golf course on the right there called the Legends, and it's a nice golf course. They had a tournament. I guess it's still going today, maybe. So anyway, this is Texas, Central Texas. It's a little cloudy. We got a little moisture in the air. The temperature right now is 75 degrees, which is not bad. The time is, and I quote, 8:23 a.m. I'm going to a large grocery store to do my walking. Why? It's not that it's so hot, because it's not. 75 is definitely not hot, but it's humid. And when I walk in the heavy humidity, I perspire. And God forbid that I perspire. Perspiration, my. You know, I'm reading a book now, and I can't even remember the name of the author. I may think of it, but I doubt it, because I hardly ever look at the name of the author. I just read the book. If I like it, I like it. If I don't, I don't. But anyway, this particular one's about back in the, I guess it must have been the early 1900s, maybe, yeah, the real early 1900s, I suppose. That, or maybe it was later. Maybe it was 1920s. I'll get it right here in about 2 days. But it's about some Polish immigrants and other people. I can't remember where they were from, but they were all immigrants, and they ended up working in the stockyards in Chicago. And it's kind of a description of their life and how they had to live. Man, if you think people have it tough today, I mean, those people went through hell. And it has a lot to, this kind of ties in somewhat with change, because, you know, if there were people standing in lines for those miserable jobs, you know what I mean? Carving up cattle by the thousands every day, and seeing how it really works. You know, they say there's two things you should never see made, and that's laws and sausage. And that's true, because I'm telling you, man, it is crap. Oh, we got a bag of trash here in the road. He's coming back to get it. Oh, Bubba, he's going to do his good deed for the day and get his trash out of the road. That's good. But anyway, guys, we're headed towards Marble Falls, Texas. We're leaving. This is Kingsland, Texas. This is Highway 1431. And we'll kind of be going in and out of the sunlight a little bit. Not too bad. We go over the, quote, mountain here, even though it's not a mountain. It's just a big old hill. But it goes up and over, and off to the right is Lake LBJ, which is a constant level lake formed by the Colorado River in Central Texas, USA. The Colorado River is a major river, even though it's not near what it used to be. There were times that it caused a lot of floods and damage, and now they've got it pretty well under control. Now we're over the mountain. I didn't see any snow. But on and on we go. But anyway, texting is the new way to communicate. So either get on, get off, get out of the way, guys. You know, lead, follow, or get out of the way. Me, I'm going to lead. I texted him back, and I don't know the abbreviation for thanks, but I just put TKS. You know what I mean? And if I could do emojis, I wouldn't even put anything. I'd have just put a smiley face, but I couldn't figure out how to get it in there. I mean, I will. See, that I'm not technologically up on, because I'm not interested in doing it. That's why I'm not up on it. If I was really interested in it or needed to do it, I'd be a pro at it by this afternoon. Yeah, needs will certainly, when you need something, you'll certainly figure it out. For example, this morning, you know, I was so proud of my air conditioner. You know, I did the comment call video, got it going up. And then I was sitting there and getting ready to go to do my walking in town. So turned the air conditioner on, thought I'd better turn it on before I leave, because it'll be too warm when I get back. So I turned the air conditioner on, did a few things, and then the air conditioner cut off. I thought, well, what's that for? I don't have it on a timer. So anyway, I looked at the front of it and the side of it and everywhere else, and turned it on again. Punched the power button, came right on. I thought, well, I guess it's just maybe a glitch from the electric company. Maybe they had a spike in the line. Okay. So anyway, I did that, and it ran for a little while, and cut off again. I thought, well, now this is wonderful. I got this thing stuck in the window, and now it doesn't want to work, and I'm going to have to take it back. So option 3 was on the power cord where it plugs into the outlet on the wall, it has a reset button. So I thought, well, we'll just reset it. So I punched the little reset button, the power came on, And it was still running when I left, so I guess it'll be running when I get back. I don't know what that reset button does, but I did it. So anyway, what does that have to do with texting or anything else? Not a cotton picking thing. See, that's a Texas slang right there, you know. Doesn't have a cotton picking thing to do with anything. Now, but that's a Texas, South Texas slang. I heard that a lot when I was growing up. Did I pick cotton? Yes. By hand? Yes. And there's a difference between picking cotton and pulling cotton. Picking cotton, you actually get the cotton out of the cotton boll. You pull it out, okay, and put that in the bag. It's just the pure cotton, because they didn't have gins that could separate the cotton stuff back early on. Later, in the 1950s, I guess, they got a gin in Kennedy, Texas that could do that, and then you could pull it. You just pull the whole bowl off and threw it in the bag. Your cotton sack. And that was hot work. And you know, of course, we all wore long sleeve, wore hats, and you know, all that stuff. But yeah, you know, and I'd pick maybe 200 pounds a day, and I thought that was a lot. I think you got $1.25 a hundred, and so I was making about $2.50 a day, and I thought I was getting rich. And some of the Mexicans they came up during the season to pick cotton. Hell, you know, some of those guys would pick 800 pounds a day. That's a fact. But they would pick 3 rows at a time. Yep. And I'm picking 1 row. No, they were good, man. They were good. But that's how they made their living, because they made enough in that short season to live pretty comfortable the remainder of the year. So they put a lot of effort in for a short period of time and then coasted for a long time and come back the next year. But finally, they came out with, first they came out with cotton strippers, and that sped up the process considerably, because I had a cotton stripper crew, 6 guys, 6 tractors, and I was the lead dog. We'd go from field to field and strip cotton. The guy I was working with was a guy named Hooley Harold, never forget him. Paid cash. You know, we got paid on Friday afternoon, and we were off Saturday and Sunday, usually, unless we were behind, which was rare. And yeah, he'd just have a handful of cash and count it out, boy. And if we were ahead of the game and doing pretty good, he'd throw in a couple of dollars. Yep. I wondered why I got that job, but the reason I got it, see, my dad was the manager of the co-op gin. I had a little clout, a little inside, you know what I mean? I don't know what I'm talking about now. I'm just burning daylight, guys. You don't have to listen to this. You don't have to take this verbal abuse. I'll get thumbs down on this. People don't like to hear me ramble. I like to hear me ramble, okay? I do. I enjoy talking to myself and remembering all that crap I went through that made me me. And now I'm a father, and I get a text for Father's Day. God darn, I have peaked. I have peaked. I'm at the peak of the mountain. When you get a text on Father's Day, folks, you have arrived. I mean, a text. Dang, I'm so proud. And you know what they can do now? And I'm sure they'll be doing it sooner, is this. You can actually set your calendar up so that certain events, things happen automatically. You know, like you can send a Mother's Day, Father's Day, Grandma's Day, Uncle's Day, Grandson's Day. You can send a text automatically, okay? And it goes on and on till you cancel it. Yeah, how personal is that? But that's where we're headed, guys. I'm telling you. Is that bad? A lot of people, I just can't believe it's the end of the world. And that's it. It's over now. It ain't. Just a new beginning, guys. Got a little mist here this morning. That's good. Glad. Y'all get to see my windshield wipers. Aren't y'all excited? They work. They WURK, Cincinnati. Yes, sir. But it is humid out there. Woo-wee. You can see the steam. Get my truck washed off. Knock some of the dust off. Which reminds me, I was going to take my truck in to get it washed, and see, glad I didn't now. They have a car wash, where the kids kind of finish it off. it's like 20 bucks. I thought, nah, I ain't gonna spend 20 bucks. Mother, it'll rain sooner or later. And then the girl said, well, we also have one for $5. I said, well, what's that? She said, well, it's just a drive-through. You just drive your vehicle through. I said, okay, I may do that, but I'll wait till we've got a little low pressure, or whatever you call it, a tropical situation in the Gulf coming south and up north. So we're going to get a little moisture out of this, looks like, not much. But it'll cut down on brush fires and that sort of thing. But I'm just cruising, guys. I don't even have my air conditioner on. How rude. Yeah, another thing about this phone that's a little negative, whenever I'm doing a video, like a driving video, and the camera's in the direct sunlight on a hot day, it won't do it. I mean, it'll do it for a few minutes and then it overheats. So there's a lot going on in the background on this phone. Sunday morning, June the 17th, 2018, Father's Day, and I got a text. Yeehaw! Woo-hoo, baby! Woo-wee! Send my boots and saddle to the barn. Well, wouldn't my daddy have been proud of me if I'd have sent him a text? Oh, I wished I could go back in time and do that. He would probably beat the crap out of me. No, he wouldn't. He never beat us, but he'd hit you. Now, he would do that, but I mean, he didn't just keep on. He'd hit you one time, and that was enough. And it was usually upside the head. I mean, he wasn't shy about that. Well, you knew you screwed up. I mean, shit, I mean, anytime I got whipped or hit, it was because I deserved it, and I know it. Because I pushed things to the limits a lot when I was a kid. And I was the youngest, see, so Mother would try to protect me. It didn't do any good when Daddy got enough. He got enough. Oh, golly. He was a funny guy. I mean, he was a fun father, okay? He was. He had a sense of humor. He loved practical jokes, and he wasn't beyond him to play practical jokes on his own kids. And, yeah. And my mother was kind of stern, because she was the oldest of, 6 or 8 kids, and she was kind of like the pseudo mother, I mean, she did a lot of cooking and cleaning. I mean, she worked hard as a child, and so when she got married, she didn't really ever relax. She was still in that mode, because she had an old wringer washer, and to wash clothes for eventually 6 people. 4 kids and the parents. So she did all that with a wringer washer, hung the clothes out on the line, which was very hard work, bathed me in a wash tub, a number 3 wash tub, and I guess the other kids too. I don't know, whether they took a bath somewhere. We had a bathtub. But anyway, it was hard work. She cooked 3 meals a day, every day, 7 days a week. During school, she got a little break because the kids we ate at school. Well, in the early years, we took our lunch, and then later on, we would get a lunch ticket. I think it was $2 for, maybe $2 a week. It wasn't much; it was pennies. And so we did that. So that at lunch, she didn't have to. She'd fix for herself, my dad, and Andreas, the guy that worked with us, worked on our farm. And but no, she never really got a break. She never really got a break at all. At one time, we had an old gal work for us, and kind of did help Mother in the kitchen and cleaning and stuff, because Mother opened a dress shop in town. You think I'm running this red light, don't you? Well, in Texas, if you go through and it's yellow all the way through, you're good. But anyway, enough said about that. But anyway, she had a helper, but she had to fire her because whenever Mother left to go to the store, the old gal would put the ironing board in front of the refrigerator and open the door and stand there where it was cool. And Mother caught her and fired her. What the hell are you doing? Oh, but God, it was hot back in those days. There was no air conditioning. We had one, not 10, but one oscillating fan in the whole house, and it was in the living room or dining. Well, it was a living room dining room combo, and yeah, but that was crazy, man. It'd be so hot you couldn't breathe at night. No wind. And of course, my brother and I had to sleep in the same bed or the same room, and he had the bed by the window. Well, there was two windows on his side. I didn't have any, and I sure was glad when he got away from home, because then I had all that comfort. So here we are at the Giant grocery store. This is H-E-B, a family-owned grocery chain in Texas, and boy, they are big business. Their sales are over $1 billion a year. Over $1 billion, not a million, $1 billion. One of those B things. Okay, they got that sign right where you can hardly get in. I ought to tell them about that, because I had to run over the curb to get in here. Some real Sharpie put that in there. There goes, he used to be the manager over in Kingsland. He really did. He said he likes it over here. Some of the employees don't like it over here because it's such a big store. All of them are losing weight. Let's go point this away. What do you think? Think this is a good one? Anyway, guys, from Central Texas, USA, this is Rusty78609, just telling you that texting ain't all bad. It's what it is. Take it for what it is. For those of you that are put out by it sometimes, I was, and I'm not now. I don't care. It doesn't bother me 5 cents. So anyway, guys, thumbs up, carpe diem, adios, bye-bye. Buy anything you want. If you think about it, use the link to Amazon products. I know some of you are and some of you have, and I appreciate that very much. And what else? Drink plenty of water. 3 or 4 quarts a day is good for you. It'll help you avoid gout, kidney stones, and what else? Help you lose weight, because you'll be full of water and you won't want to eat so much. And what else? Take deep breaths. Breathe in deeply. Breathe out slowly. Why? Because that relieves stress. And relieving stress lowers your blood pressure. Is that good for you? You bet it is. What else? Stretch, stretch, stretch. Walk, walk, walk. And, you know, whatever it takes to keep your health, and then stand guard at the door of your mind. Don't let negative Ned or negative Nancy get in your head. It's your head. Your head, okay? Remember that. So anyway, guys, adios, amigos. Till next time, bye-bye. I got a text today. Nah, 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 nah.